Hello there, my name is Tom Davoren. I am a composer. I'm one of the composers working on a new CD project with Exit Brass, with Pete Meakin, Stan Newenhouse, Lucy Pankhurst and Paul McGee. And you are joining me from picturesque sunny Penarth in South Wales, which is where I live. There you go. Of course not. I'm on holiday. A holiday which has been interrupted by Mr. Glenn Van Looy and Harman Van Horn, who have asked me to put together some videos, a video telling you a few things about me, about the piece that I've written for Exit Brass, and about what it's been like so far to work with Exit Brass. Ooh, that was a big wave, sorry. Excuse the hat, I've just tried to film this with sunglasses and with no hat or no sunglasses, and it is blinding. So I'm just going to have to look like an idiot. But the first question was, what is it like to work with Exit Brass? And the simple answer really, it was absolutely brilliant, really, really good fun. As a composer writing brass and wind music primarily, I don't really get the opportunity to write much chamber music. I think, as Stan said in his video, to this point I've written a euphonium quartet, a brass trio, this quartet and the string quartet, so yeah, it's been fun to work on it from that perspective. As far as the group goes themselves, as you all know, they're immensely gifted people. Not only are they technically virtuosic, but their musical approach is really, really considered, and the way they present is really creative as well. So that's been another fun thing to integrate with. I think the thing that I respect the most about them, though, is this idea of creative performance and this idea of how they connect with people. I think that music is primarily something that should be used to connect people from all walks of life. So composers, in a musical sense anyway, composers meeting performers meeting listeners, and everybody getting a real sense of enjoyment about what they do. And that's something that I think is really brilliant about Exit Brass. Hello, you're joining me now from the balcony of our hotel room. Hope you saw that. For no other reason than I just tried to start doing this video downstairs, and I'd forgotten the movement titles of the piece that I've written. So it's obviously a really memorable one in that case. Anyway, I'm here now, and we have a laptop here to help me remember the movement titles and remember a bit about the piece. Before I carry on, I had a lovely FaceTime catch-up yesterday with one of the other composers who's on the project, a friend of mine, who shall for now remain nameless. The reason why he needs to remain nameless is because he suggested, I told him that I hadn't made this final video, and he suggested that I should make it by the pool, and that I should film someone topless sunbathing in the background at all times, covertly, during my video. But what I have to say to you, nameless composer, is shame on you. Shame on you for bringing your low level of smut into this highly interesting and intellectual process, and for not giving these videos the sense of decorum and dignity that they deserve. Shame on you. But anyway, we'll look past that moment of madness from a friend there to talk about the piece that I've written, which is called Riffs. And the name is quite self-explanatory. You all know what riffs are. Keyboard riffs, guitar riffs, bass riffs, in popular music and in rock music. And the way I see them is small elements that go together to make something big, i.e. one riff, two riffs, three riffs getting put together to make a whole song. So to that end, they're a little bit like those little experiences, moments in life that go together to make something much, much bigger at the end of it. And that's what the piece is about. It's about 10 minutes long. It's in 4 movements. They're called, and this is the bit where I need reminding, they're called Clean, Less is More, Smooch and Discipline. And each one of them is inspired by a different experience I've had, but also refers to a different musical style that inspires me. So some of the movements are influenced by my love of progressive rock music. There's a bit of King Crimson in there, but also other styles. There's a little bit inspired by the writing of Robert Simpson's 10th String Quartet in there, and there's a little bit of Miles Davis in there as well. And you'll be able to find out more about these if you ever listen to the disc and if you read the program notes. Anyway, that's probably about enough about me, enough about the piece for now. I hope you've enjoyed the process of these videos. I've enjoyed making them very, very much, just as much as I've enjoyed writing the piece for Exit, and I really do think you should get out there and buy the CD just to support Exit Brass in what they're doing. They're incredibly talented people, and they're incredibly good people as well, so it's worth buying the disc from that end. I suspect though the most fun that we're going to have is going to be in November, when the composers and Exit get together to record this CD, which I'm sure will go really, really well. That is, if Harman doesn't do what he did with my last piece and ring me up asking for it in an easier key. So, on that note, I will say goodbye. It's been fun making these videos, and please get out there and support this new project with Exit Brass when it's released. Bye!